So most of you are new. You have done today first day, or you joined yesterday also?
So we joined yesterday also.
Okay. So if you joined yesterday, we have already completed our theory part, some introduction of the tool and the different functionalities that we have seen here. Yesterday, we have created some visualization, starting with the bar chart, and we have created some other different flavors of the bar chart, side by side bar chart and stack bar chart here. So these are the different flavors of the bar chart. So we'll move on other different visualization that we have to see here. Okay, so first we'll move on the pie chart. So as the name suggests, it's a pie chart. Pie chart means something where you want to showcase in the form of, partition. So let's say there are some five attributes and you want to show the participation. When someone has 10%, someone has 20%. So participation, when you want to showcase for any dimension, any measure, so that can be showcased in the pie chart. But there is a catch in bar chart and pie chart. Let's say this is a product name. Okay, so it contains around 1849 different attributes. So you can showcase this quantity. So here if you'll see, there are n number of bars for this. Okay, we have made it sorted yesterday also, you have seen it. So you can create bar chart by n number of attributes, but pie chart is different. You can't create uh, pie chart with n number of attributes. When you have only at least uh, three or four attributes, in that scenario only pie chart can this is good to create a visualization. Okay, so let's see. Let's say they have customer has asked you to showcase region versus sales. Okay, so they want to showcase you, ask you, so show me that regional sales. So what you will do here, so we'll take this region, okay, and drop it on the color. So you will, once you'll drop it on the color, you will see here different colors boxes for the different attributes that you have inside the region. So here you have a central, east, south, and west. So you'll get these four colors. Now we are asking for the pie chart. So we'll come down in the mark and drop down menu. We'll put it here in the pie. Okay. So in the mark chart, we have created it as a pie chart. So now the pie chart has been created. It's looking small. We can make it larger, entire view. So now we have a pie chart. So it shows your west, it shows your central, east, and south. Now, if you want to showcase some measure, let's say sales or quantity or profit or discount, so you have to take this sales and put it on the labels. So now you will have this your figures sales for each regions here. Okay, so now see that, do you find something catchy here or something wrong here? Means In the south, you have around 4 lakh. In east, you have around 7 lakh. In central, you have around 5. And again here, around 7 lakh 39,000. But the boxes are same. This rectangle equal participation are there. How can it 3 lakh and 5 lakh or 7 lakh will be the same? So it's not correctly represented now. So what you have to do to show the correct representation for each regions that you have here, participation, you have to take these sales and drop it on the size. So once you'll drop it on the size, you'll have your correct representation of the pie chart. Now it is showing you correct representation. Okay, it is showing you correct representation. If you will make it with the help of show me also, then it will give you same what you have created here, region and sale. Just select your region, select your sales, come down to your show me. Here you will see your pie chart. If you will click here, Tableau will automatically create your this visualization, and they both are same. The only difference is there is no legend, so you can take it your legends and drop it on your labels. One thing that you find some additional here. See here you can see that region in the color, it is also here. You'll see that sales in the size, it is there. You will see the sale in the labels, it is there. But again there is the angle. So why angle? Okay, see when you are creating this pie chart, you can use either size or either angle. So when you are using the help of taking the help of this show me, they are taking size and angle both just to make assure that uh, there won't be any um, wrong or misrepresentation of the data. Why angle and size are used here? Why? Because see, if you will use the size, what Tableau will do at the back end, they will take this measure, they will take these figures, okay, 7 lakh or 3 lakh or 5 lakh or 6 lakhs here. Okay, so they will take these figures, and based on that figures, they will assign you the space here. But if you will take this angle, okay, so what they will do? If you are looking the angle, then they will convert that particular measure into angles, okay, because what the pie chart, it is representation of 360-degree. This is 90 degree, 90, 180 degree, so this is 360-degree total angle. So if you will do this, if you'll put an angle, so they will convert, Tableau will convert these figures into angles, and based on angles it will give you the this representation. So if I will take this on the angle, even though I'll get the same representation, if I take it on the size, even though I'll get the same representation. So if you are going with the help of Somi, they will put in sales also, this angle also, or and in size also, just to be sure that there is nothing going to be wrong. Okay, so that is why. So by this help, you can create your pie chart. I'll do once again. Take your category, take your profit, go to your this show me and create your pie chart. Now this is your pie chart. If you don't like color, yesterday also I have told you, you can always go to this color section, edit colors, and you can choose n number of colors from this list. You can take anything, select the palette, whichever you are looking for, click on the assign palette and click on apply and then OK. Why apply OK is mandated to do this? Okay, so if you select any this, select this assign palette, click on apply. If you click on OK, this window will automatically go away. But if you click on this if you click on apply, so you can see the result once. If you don't like, you can again select any other palette and you can click on apply. So clicking on apply and OK will give you a chance to just verify what the uh, uh, color that you have selected, and if it doesn't suits you, you can change the color. So always go for the once apply, see the result. If you like it, it is fine. If you don't like, click on OK. Okay, so do in the same way. Yes. So this is your pie chart. Next, we'll go for text table and highlighted table. What are the difference between text table and highlighted table? See, text table is the table that is that simply will showcase. Okay, text table is the table which simply we show in the forms of rows and column. Nothing more we are going to showcase here. Just like we take it here, uh, region. Okay, we have our category. You put down your information. Tableau will create your visualization. So this is your just a simple text table where you can hover here and you can see that okay, this is the figure that you are showing looking here. It belongs to category. Okay. Category technology region central, and they have a sales of 17416. So this is your simple text table. You can make it anything. You can go your segment, you can take your profit. y- Okay. You can take your profit or you can take your quantity, anything. So it will show you here. So it's a plain text table here, nothing more. But just see once when you are taking this stats table and when you are showing this Excel sheet to any of your customer in a presentation mode, so they have to see a hover here. They have to make changes. Okay, in this furniture which has the highest sales, okay, corporate. In this whole segment which has the highest sale, technology. So they have to come down. They have to see their make their eye left to right or top to bottom. So they won't remember the figure or someone from the back end if they are looking from the more distance. They won't be able to see there, but highlight table is different. Highlight table means it's a just advanced version of this text table in which we use these colors to amplify that particular highest or lowest value, because color will give a different impact in our subconscious mind. With that hardened color or the softened color, we'll go and easily find out which are the higher value and which are the lower value. See, just same table, if I go and I make it as a highlight table with the help of this show me, I'm going to represent. See, this is the highlighted one. Once I click here, now this is the highlighted one. See, I'll put this top and down and you can see which is going to be a more easier to understand. See, this table and this table, so these are the same thing that has to be represent here. Are the measure different profit, and here you have a profit. Okay, same thing. Category versus segment here. Okay, put it here, put it here. Now it is, they are same. Yes. See, so here also you can see a furniture. Here also it's the same thing. But someone, when you are looking this visualization, you can, based on this color thing, you can understand, okay, 70,000 in the segment line is the highest one and this is the lowest one. So these colors help you to understand or grab that information in just fraction of minutes. Also, when you are using these colors, it will give you one particular bar here, information here. So it will show you the highest profit is 4335 and the highest unit is 70,007 798. In this particular text table, you are not going to see this particular analysis that Tableau is giving you. So this highlighted table helps you a lot to understand different figures here. So text tables and highlight table is the same thing. It just make a difference when you are using a color. So if you are going to make this highlight table with your own, what you have to do? Nothing. Okay, take your any of your dimension, take your any of your measure. If you want to showcase here, it doesn't require that you want two dimension. You can use with one also. So this one. So just into mark value, change it to square. See, now it's you have some square and take it into the your color, your highlight table is done. So now in this category sales, you can see that technology is the highest one, and furniture at the second, and the office supplies at the third. If you'll add here region, you will get this categories wise sales divided into different region. So now you'll have this whole category divided for each region. If you want to include this again segment, again it will divide to further. If you'll put this subcategory, again it will divide to subcategory. So based on your addition of different dimension, your granularity will change. Means your data will divide from one level to different level. So now this particular 2171, what uh, which set it belong? It belongs to office supplies category. Region is the west. Consumer is the segment. Envelope is the subcategory, and the sales is 2171. So goes for 422. So you can see the highest one or the lowest one or the neutral one here. Again, you will see this analysis here that in this particular table, you have the lowest unit as the 81 and the highest unit as the 60,900. Okay, so this is your highlighted table. You can make it, it's just a plain of Excel sheet that you have seen in the Excel. It's just an advanced version from this version to this version. I'll show you once again. Take it example of year. I'll convert it into month. Okay, I'll put here subcategory. I'll put here sales. Now see, if I make it an entire view, this is a plain Excel sheet that you want to see. Now, if I want to check for this subcategory, for accessories which are the highest one or which are the lowest one, I have to hover or place my eye from here to there. But if I make it as a simple, if I make it as a highlight table, just make go to square and take your measure into color. So now see this both the seats. In this particular seat, I can easily understand which are the highest one and which are the lowest one. Here we have to make some extra work, but here I can see all information at once. So this is the advantage of taking highlighted tables or highlighted chart for your customer so that they don't have to face extra pain in identifying all those corners, all those hidden information or higher point or lowest point. So that is why highlighted table is the very beneficiary while created any visualization for your customer. Okay, so hope you got it. I have created different examples. So yeah, I've got it this. So this is plain your highlight table and this is your plain this one. We'll go for the next chart, heat map. Okay, so what is basically heat map? If you'll Google the this definition of the heat map, so it will tell you something the visualization where the developers use comparison between this dimension and measures with the help of shape and size. Okay, so something when you are willing to show comparison not in the forms of tables, not in the forms of this participation pie chart or your stack or your bar chart. So if you're using a heat map, you want to showcase in the forms of shape and size. So when you are showing the comparison between the different attributes of the dimension or with that particular measure, so in that scenario heat map is required or it is beneficiary. How? We'll see. First we'll create with the help of somi and then we'll ourselves. So we'll take this region, we'll take this quantity and go to somi. So this is our heat map. Okay, once I'll click here, it will create me this heat map. I'll make it entire view. See, so with by looking this particular visualization, you can understand which is the higher boxes and which are the lower boxes. So this just a small representation of the heat map. If you'll put here, let's say segment into columns, so this particular thing will divide into different segments. Also, you can take advantage of color. Okay, take this quantity and put it on the color. So now with the help of color and shape and size, you can easily understand which are the higher unit and which are the lower unit. Okay, so this is your simple heat map. So here you don't need to showcase any figures. If you want to showcase figure, you can always put it. You can drag your quantity and put it on label. Since it is outside showing, so it's just a matter of formatting. You can bring these figures inside the boxes. You have to click on this label, come to alignment and make it here center. Okay, so this is a good representation of the heat map. Here you will see the boxes also, color also, and this representation also. So when you are willing to show this comparison, means here what we are comparing, here we are comparing this region throughout the segment. So all this region, for this particular segment, we have some quantity. So in the central region, over this particular quantity, what is the number of units that we have? For the homes office, we have a 1657. For in the corporate segment, we have a 2604. In consumer section, we have 4559. Okay, so these are the different units that we have in this particular region for this particular segment, so that we can showcase with the help of heat map. Okay, so if you want to create with your own, you can always create it. You can take this particular category here. Okay, what we have taken here, segment and region. No worries, anything you can take. Okay, so here we will take this region and category. Okay, so now you can take any measure in this particular visualization. We have taken quantity. Here you can take profit, discount, sales, anything. So take profit, we'll put this into the color. So okay, and then we'll again take it and put it on the size, make it the entire view. You will see here. So now you will see that this is the, here you can see here in this particular bar, here it is showing that 2802, this is the minus. That means it's a loss. Okay, while creating a visualization or in the financial terms, we don't take showcase to our customer in a negative way that we have a so much of loss. We take that negative part also in a positive way. We'll consider that we have a profit, but that is in a negative. So we have minus 2802. This is our negative profit. We don't consider it as a loss. We'll take as a profit, but in a negative segment. So we have this here negative segment. We have in the furniture in the region central. And here we have a 54, this 44, 48, and this we have a 54070. This is the highest unit and this is the lowest unit. So it's just a heat map both. Okay. Whenever you will create a heat map in, or you are facing any interview, interviewer will always ask you, give me a comparison of heat map and tree map. Okay. This is the interviewer question also that they will ask you. Even we ask them when we'll take any interview. So it's a heat map versus tree map. Even if you'll Google it into the Google, then you in a common Tableau interview question, you'll find this particular question, heat map versus tree map. So since we have understood this heat map, we'll go for the tree map here. Okay. So what is it, heat map and tree map? In just one line definition, heat map is a visualization which is used to compare your dimension with its measure to showcase in the forms of shape and size here. Okay, and color. But in the heat map, color is not mandatory. Okay, because we consider in a shape and size only. Color we can use just to get some extra flavors here. Color is not mandatory. If you go with the Somi, they will not take it this with the help of color. It is not taking help of color. Okay, only shape and size. But in that tree map, color is mandatory. And what is tree map and why we take it, or why we created this particular visualization? See, tree map is the visualization where we need to create this showcase relationships or any hierarchy like information. Hierarchy means parent or child like information. So something when you are showcasing tree or node, okay, tree and you have a node. So that like information or some hierarchy like information, in that particular scenario, tree map is beneficiary. Okay, so let's take we'll take this country. Okay, so we'll take this country, we'll take this quantity. So we'll go in show me and we'll create this tree map. See, since in this particular data we have in this country we have two different countries. We have United States and we have a Canada. So in Canada we have very less quantity, 781, and United States we have 37,873. So this is, see here in tree map they will showcase you in the form of boxes. It's not that its name is tree map, so it will show you in the form of tree or some root or branches. It will show you in the forms of rectangular boxes, but it will show you hierarchy. It will show you labels. How? I'll show you. So currently it is showcasing it's a it as a country. So if you want to showcase or deep dive into the state level, so you have to take it on the state. Okay, so you can take it on the this state here. See, so now this particular boxes, whole boxes get divided into your state and state for each country. This is California, this is New York, Texas, this all from the higher to the lower. So the higher unit you have into the California, that is 76667. And if you come down here, this is your smallest unit, 4. So these all boxes belongs to your US. But if you come to in Canada, there here you have a 224, again 150, 110, 81. If you come down below, this is your 9. So in Canada, you have the lowest unit in the 9, and in US you have 4. So here it you can and here if you see color is mandatory. Tableau is using colors to create to differentiate between different boxes. If you will remove this color, you will have a same boxes. So it will be hard to identify in a first goal. So that's why color is used to differentiate here. But in heat map, it is not mandatory from the Tableau. We use it to showcase different flavors or to amplify it. But in the tree map, it is mandatory to you. Okay. So let's say I I want to showcase category sales. Just go to here and create this tree map. So you'll have three different boxes, one for technology, highest one, and then you have this and you have this. So first, second, third, okay, based on rank. So this in your highest sales you have, and then you have 754, and then you have the lowest 731. So in this particular category, if I want to divide this each category into different segments or different subcategory or different regions, so what I have to do, or different years, so I have to just take this year and drop it on the label. So now you will see that whole technology got divided into different years. In the year we have which years, let's see, from 21 to 23. Okay, so here you will see in this particular technology we have 21, 22, uh, sorry, 21, 22, 23, and 20, starting from 20. So you will see this particular technology in 23 they have a higher sales, and then second you have 22 here and there. So for each year this particular category gets divided. Even if you come down to one level down, let's say a month, there is a plus button, there's a hierarchy, you can click here, and now you will come to different quarters. Okay, if you come down to month, you can always again you can come down to month. Yeah, it's looking some messy, but it doesn't matter. If your customer want to deep dive so low, if you don't want this quarter, you can always remove it. Now this is your monthly. If you want to come down daily, see it's daily. So if you hover in this particular scene, it's a 20th November 2021 in for the category furniture, you have a sales of 1657. So see, there are all these are rectangular boxes divided, and you'll see here different colors here. So colors plays a important role here. Okay, so this is your tree map and this is your heat map. You can always remove if you don't want it. Okay, or if you want to divide it into regions, you can always divide it. So anything's heat map and tree map, they both are complementary to each other. Okay, why? Because uh, means this is the interview question also, and they both question comes to similar way. So you have to answer your interviewer that if you are creating a visualization, some developer or you as a developer will choose heat map only if you are considering or making a consideration that you want to compare dimension and measure in the forms of shape and size. So in that scenario, heat map is beneficial for you. But tree map is considerable to any developer or analyst if you want to showcase this what you call relationships, okay, or hierarchy like information in your visualization. So in that particular thing, tree map is beneficiary for you. Okay. Any doubt, any question till now?
No, sir.
Anyone else?
No, sir.
Okay. If I'm being fast, do let me know. I'll make it more slow. But okay. So we'll go for now geo maps. Okay. So what is geo map basically? It's a visualization where we'll create a different maps here. Okay. So to showcase you have seen any country map, state map, world map, different visualization. So that particular visualization will create in the geo maps. In the geo map also we have a different two different flavors. One is your field map, field geo map, okay, and one is your dotted geo map. So first we'll take this geo map, field one or any one you can take, or this dotted one also. So to create these geomaps, yesterday I told you that when we have this geographical field like city, country, postal code, or state in our visualize in our data set, then this latitude and longitude will automatically get generated. Okay, so if you can also see here generated means we haven't created this column here. These are the fields, these both the fields are system generated. System has generated because they have found some state name here, postal code or country or city here. So we'll create this visualization. We'll start with the country. We'll take this country and drop it here, because most of the things that we do in a Tableau, it starts with the drag and drop. So we'll take this particular country column here and drop here. So the moment we drop it here, Tableau will automatically use this latitude and longitude from here and create this visualization. See, dotted, dotted. So based on the data, that country name that we have in this column, Tableau will automatically consider that create or dot in the world map that this is the Canada and this is United States. If you'll do same on the field, so difference between field and dotted means here it is giving you dotted, but in the field it will give you whole field value. How? We'll see here. To create a field map, you have to just go into mark and come down and select this map. The moment you select this map, okay, you'll get this particular visualization. So you can see this, these are your field map. Okay, so only difference this is your field one and this is your dotted one. Now if I bring my state also, if I want to uh, divide this granularity from country to state, okay, I'll bring there. So now you can see all these different dots on the your this country. Okay, so here if you see all different in Canada section or in your US section, you will find these whole dots here. Okay, so again, if you come down here in the field, if I bring this my state here, so now again you will have this field one. So now if you hover, you will see US different states here. So this is your dotted map, this is your field map. Even if you come down more level down, you want to include this city, just come down here. So now you will see here different cities. Again, if you come down here into the city, just come down here. Now you will see that, okay, when we are moving at the cities, we are not able to make it filled. It is filled actually. If you see here, somehow difference is there, but you see that in the world map, in the graph, these graphs are divided in the terms of state. It is not been divided in the terms of your district or cities. So that is why when you are coming so low, so level down, you can't fill it in the terms of cities. But if you are at the state level, you will find this in a filled way. Even we have one more column here, postal code. If you want to include that also, you can include here. So if I hover this particular dot, it will give me city, country and state. Okay, here, like, so city, country and state. If you want that first there should be city and then state and then country, you can come down to this label, come down to this text. Oh, here tooltip. Okay, so here you can see country, city, state. So you can cut down and make the position up, and you can see the preview and you can make it okay. So now if I hover, I'll see my city, I'll see my state and then my country. Okay, for each one dotted. Similar here also you can do same. See, if I want to include this postal code, I can again drop it here. And now if I hover, I'll get my this postal code also. Here also same. So this is my, if I remove this whole thing, if I remove here also. So this is my dotted geo map, and this is field map. If you don't want to make these whole boxes at the same color, you can always take your state and drop it into color. If you don't like colors, as I said, you can always go to edit colors and you can select any of your pamphlet. Oh, it's a very harsh. Okay, even here also you can do this. You can take your state and put into colors. So now you'll have this dotted different colors and this is filled different colors. Based on your requirement and your customer requirement, you can portray any of this visualization. Now you have seen that we have used only dimension. We haven't used any measures. So if you want to use measures, means if you obviously you will use some measures to showcase the information. So you can use any of your measure. You can put it on your tooltip or labels. If you want to, if you'll put in labels, you will see that figures below this each and every dot. So if I put here, you will see that dot below here. If I put it on tooltip, as I explained yesterday, tooltip will only showcase when you are making a hover. See, so this is your filled map and dotted map. Okay. Also, this is the different two different types of filled map and dotted chat that we have built here. Even though we have different flavors that you can add on this geo maps. Come to this map menu here, click here, and you will see map options, map layers. Okay, you can do this some edit location. If you click here, if uh, Tableau is not able to understand any of your state or country, you can always do it here. Sometime your interviewer will ask, okay, let's say you have kept in such name that your customer doesn't understand, that your Tableau doesn't understand. So what you will do, you will always go here and to edit location, just like this Alabama. They don't understand what is Alabama. So I'll go here latitude, longitude. I'll put here my GPS coordinates. You can Google it. You can get for any state, any city. Okay, and you have to make it okay, apply, and they will understand here. So again, you will come down here into background maps or your map options. There are different map options. We'll talk of that also. Also, and here, if you come down here, background layers, you'll see here different layers are there. In this one particular background, there is a style, and there are different other style. Okay, so currently the style that we are selecting or we are able to view this, it called the light one. If you don't like this light, you can always change to normal. If you don't like normal, you can change this to dark. If you don't like dark, you can make it street. If you don't like street, you can make it outdoor. If you don't like outdoor, you can make it satellite. So these are the different background style that you are looking for. Okay. So any of the flavors that you like here, that depends on your customer, on your requirement. So these are the different flavors. Okay. You can do it onto field also. Come to here, background layers, from light to normal, normal to dark, okay, dark to street, outdoor, satellite. So these are the different flavors here. Okay. In the background map section also, or in background layers, it's the same thing. You can, it's a light normal tag you will get here, and to background layers also you'll get same thing here. Or you can put it offline, then nothing will be background. None. So this is only show you longitude, latitude. It will not give you any map here. So I'll select any of this. Okay, so this is my yeah. Now we have some here. Just a moment. Okay, so now when we're in this Mac section, we have seen this map option. So what is this map option? See, there are different things that you will see here once you are here. So these are the search window plus zoom, zoom in, zoom out. Okay, and there are different layers here. So once you will click on plus, it will make you more zoom. If you'll make it minus, it will make reset button. Also, if you are not able to zoom or you're not able to find anything, always you can go here and you can search here New York. So you'll once you'll search this New York, it will highlight your New York. So these are the different functions that you can always give or remove to your customers. Again, this is your zoom area. So if you click on this, you click on any particular area, it will make you zoom. This is your pan, you can always select it and just take it up and down. Okay, just like. And if you're able to find anything, then fine. If not, then reset map. Here again, there will be some rectangular and radial and lasso. Okay, so there is one interview question here. They'll ask you radial and lasso button. So what is that radial and lasso button? I'll show you here. See, this is our radial selection and this is our lasso selection. See, you'll once you're able to use this visualization, you will able to create this visualization, you'll be familiar to use this with the radial thing. If you'll clicking on this radial, so what will happen? See, it's like some nuclear bomb or explosion or anything. You'll put in particular area, and when you'll move your mouse, it will the circle will expand in the sums of circle. Some radius is increasing. So in this particular radius, this particular points gets highlighted. Okay, but if we'll make this rectangular one, if you select this rectangular one, so if we'll put it here, the box selection will increase in the forms of this rectangular. So in the rectangular selection, the selection you can make it in the forms of rectangular. In the this radial selection, you can make a selection in the forms of radial, but there is no free hand here. You can't make any free hand here. Okay. So in that free section, you need this Lazo selection. So if you are making a selecting this Lazo selection, you can move your cursor in any way that you are looking for. Okay. Anyway, so it's a free hand basically. So radial is your selection where you have to select in the forms of radius or circle. Rectangular selection you can always select in the forms of rectangular. But if you are making a Lazo selection, then you can make a free hand there. So this, as the name suggests, rectangular means rectangular, radial means radius. Lazo is something different. It's not named as at a free selection. So interview will ask you what is the radial and Lazo selection. It's a very minute thing, but if you don't remember it, so that particular question will go negative. So in that scenario, radial and Lazo selection. Okay, if you don't want to give these options to your customer, you can always go here into map options and you can all are selected, unselect, see that plus and minus goes, view toolbar gone, this layer gone, all gone. So nothing now option for your customer. If you want one only search button, you can put it here. If you want that view toolbar, see here, allow pan, you can put it here. Here map scale, so it's a in the left hand side, sorry, right hand side corner, it will show you some measurement scale. If you put it here, it will show you that. Okay, kilometers, automatic, metric, or US measuring style, anything. So if you want to showcase to your customer these whole things or options, it are available at the map options. If you don't want to showcase, you can always remove from here. Okay. So this is my field chart and this is my dotted chart. Both are the one more thing you have seen here. We have created any visualization here. Okay. From dark to means anything, but the company name you see here at the rate 2023 map box. What is this map box actually? If okay, just Google it and see. It's an organization, it's a software company, okay, which deals in maps, geocoding, navigation, APIs. So what Tableau had done, no, they have make a collaboration with this. Okay, so why? Because let's say you are creating any US map or world map or India map. Okay, so by creating any visualization, you may show some figures, some state in a wrong way, alter way, not correct way. So that accuracy who will maintain? Okay, so for dealing that particular accuracy, Tableau has make a collaboration with this map box. Okay, so the visualization that you are showcasing here, this US map or India map or Canada map or any country map, that correctness or the uniqueness or 100% accuracy will be maintained from the map box. Okay, but there are other organizations also who show, and these different these layers, no, one, two, three, and these six layers. These six layers are the free layers that you can see at the background. But even though if you want further more APIs or different visualization, you can always go and purchase from here. Okay, and if you purchase that different visualization here, you can add here. From where you can add here? Come down to map, background map, you'll see here, add map box, add WNS. So again, you have two different organization. One is the map box. Here you can put the style name and URL which you'll purchase from anywhere. Okay, uh, purchase from this organization. And again we have this WNS. So again we have a WNS. This is also a one particular organization that deals on this. I spell name correctly, yeah. WMS. Okay, sorry. Mm, 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 mm. Um, I don't know which the website. Okay, but there are two different organizations. So if you'll purchase any APIs by making a cost, obviously, so you'll put it here. Or you want to import anything or add anything out of this six free one, you can always make it. So if your company or client is looking some unique visualization or background, they need to purchase from here. Or not, then there are UX or UI designer in your organization. They will design your background, okay, and based on that designing, you have to place all your figures on that background image. Okay, so that's all with this map and geomap. Okay, any doubt on this two visualization? Are you not able to see the screen?
We are able to see.
Okay.
I
Static.
had one question. Like yesterday, I did not attend the class. Is there anywhere I can get the recordings session or anything?
Yeah, that is why yesterday the license key that sorry the license I have purchased that doesn't allow to me record. So today I have upgraded the license and I have sent the new link to all of you. So unfortunately yesterday we don't have the recording, but in my further sessions, means this is the third sessions I'm taking here. So now if you see my LinkedIn, there are 300 more than 3,000 in interested there. So I'm planning for further sessions also. So in that session, I'll record from the beginning. So I'll post it anywhere in this Telegram or any YouTube, so you can see that first session. Either rest of the session you will find recordings.
Thank you so much.
Yeah,
So we are added in the group, right? Every time we'll be getting the link.
yeah. It means see, getting this email ID extracting from the LinkedIn is a very hard job. Okay, so that's why I've created this Telegram channel or group here. So from here I can always get things
Yeah. Okay.
in an easy
Thank you.
way. Yeah.
Even you
Mr.
can
Das, would
directly
you
add.
mind sharing the link for the Telegram so that those who have not joined yet can join?
Okay.
Thanks.
Yeah, check once if it is working. Yeah, we'll move forward. So we have done this text table, we have done this heat map, we have done this highlighted, we have done this symbol maps or field map, we have done this field dotted map and field map, we have done this pie chart, we have done this bar stack, we have done this tree map. Okay, so we are left with this side by side also we have done. So we had left with this circle, line, bubble, area. Okay. So before that, moving other visualization, we'll see some key factors that I have that we have to look it here. Okay. So there is one interview question. They'll ask you for the creation of folder versus hierarchy. Maybe my spelling is wrong. Bear me with that. Okay. Hierarchy and folder. So what is the folder and what is the hierarchy, how we create here? See, if you take any date field here in your seat label, automatically there is one plus sign here. So if you click here, it will go down to your quarter and then your month and then your day. So this is the automatically hierarchy maintained for each and every date field. Okay, but it is not in if it is not in the data set. If you go in the data set, you will see that it's a plain date here. See, in the forms of date, month, and year. But if you see this, if you drag this date field here, it will give you but directly from the year to quarter to month to date. This hierarchy is maintained for the date field. But if you want to create same level of hierarchy for your different columns, let's say you have a country, okay, and you have a state, and you have your city, and you have your postal code. So this particular whole, these four different columns belongs to a single group or hierarchy. So if you want to create similar level of hierarchy for any different columns, how you want to create it? So you have to just select your city, means all your columns. Multiple select is done by pressing control, state and postal code. So once you select all of your columns here, right click here and come to here create, and here no, come down to your hierarchy, and here you have a create hierarchy. Okay, once you click on this hierarchy, you can name it here, and you can place it here. So now you will see like here one hierarchy here. Okay, so now if you drag this country here, you will see the plus sign here. Why city is coming first? Because here city is first, and then you have a country, and then you have a postal code, and then you have a state. So it's a arranged in a wrong manner. So we have to again make some modification. What I'll do, I'll drag this city below. Now country, I'll drag this state up. So now you have a country, state, city, and postal code. So now if I drag this country here, I'll see my country, Canada and US. Again, then I'll divide, it will come to my different state. If I again go level down, it will come to my different cities. If I go again level down, it will give my postal code. So in a similar way, you can create other hierarchies also. Okay. These hierarchies are created just to make this data more intuitive. Okay. So that you can put similar kind of things uh, in your this. Okay. And then there are one folders. How to create a folders and how to arrange a folders. Okay. See, here we have a less data, so we don't need to arrange much. But if there are more number of columns we have, so you need to keep a similar kind of objects into a different folder. How you are going to create those folders then? Okay. So these are the empty space. Okay. If I click here, so here you will see this create folder, but it is not been highlighted now. I can't click here. If I'm clicking, I'm not getting any results here. Okay. Similar, So why it is not giving me results? Because if you read this line, it says use group by folder. Currently it is grouped by data source table. The way it is grouped in data source table, then all those columns has been grouped here. But it is asking, if you want to group, create a folder, you have to group by folder. The moment I click on group by folder, if I click on this blank, I'll see my folder here. So I can name it as a measures. Now we have a measures here. So I'll take my this discount here. I'll take my quantity there. I'll take my profit there. I'll take my sales there. So in this particular folder, I have my all measures here. I'll create my another folder. I'll make it as a orders. Okay. And in this particular order, I'll take my order date. I'll take my order ID. I'll take my product name. Okay. Whatever that you are looking for, you can make it into different folders here. So these are the different folders. So this is the hierarchy and this is the folder. So what differentiate between hierarchy and the folder? See, once you will drag this hierarchy, you will get country as a drag. There is a relationships created, but you can't drag this order here. You have to drag the attributes that you have placed inside the this folder. So folder versus hierarchy. This is also a interviewer question that they may ask you. Okay.
So can you please repeat again how to create a hierarchy?
Hierarchy. Okay. I'll remove this. See, for creation of the hierarchy means we are creating some relationships, some label like a structure, level 1, level 2, level 3, level 4. So for that, you can select any of your columns that you want to create these labels, just like I have created here, but for a similar goal. It's not that I can place a city with the region or anything. So if there is similar kind of thing, then we can create a hierarchy. Okay. Or this city, country, state, and postal. You can select this. Multiple select you have to do with by pressing control. Okay. So once we'll create this, make all selection, right click in any of this and come down below, and here you can create this create hierarchy. So you can name it what it suits you in the hierarchy created. So now if you drag this hierarchy, you will see this plus sign here, but the structure or the format is not correct. Country should be up, you can drag it up. State should be at second number, so country, states, region as postal code. So this is your hierarchy and this is are your folders. Okay.
Yes.
Okay, so we'll move on other. See, yesterday we have deal with this dimension and measures. We have learned what is dimension and what is measures. Okay, so even this is an interview question, dimension versus measure. So okay, so the first difference between dimension and measure is in the forms of color. So all these green colors unit that you are seeing here, these all are your measures. All these blue colors are your dimension we have seen yesterday. Okay. Also, in this measure, once you will drag it here, it will give you some aggregation, some sales. If you drag your quantity, it will give you some quantity. It will give you aggregation. But if you'll drag this category, it will not give you aggregation. It will give you separate different entities. So that means in measure you can make you will get aggregate values. In dimension you will not get your aggregate values. Okay, this is the two difference here. One is very interesting thing. You None of you have asked, but I'll tell you. See, whenever I am dragging any of this measure here, it is giving me some aggregation. Why exactly it is giving me always some discount, some profit, some quantity? Why it is always some? Why not different aggregation? We have other aggregation also in the data. We have some, we have average, we have mean, we have max. Why not other aggregation? Why it is giving always some? Okay, so even it's an interviewer question. Um, why it is giving in a similar way? Take any of your this measure, right click here, come to here default properties, come to here aggregation. You will see here that it is selected as a sum. So since it is selected as a sum, every time when you drag any of your measure, it will give you that sum aggregation as a sum. Okay, so that is why it is giving you. But what if we change here aggregation? If you want to change the default aggregation, so what I have to do?
Select another one.
Huh?
Select another average or median.
Yes, yeah. If you want to make it average, you can always make it here average. Okay, I'll remove other. I'll keep one. So if I've here, so I'll go to again default properties aggregation. I'm making at a average. See, I have make it average, but my aggregation is not been changed now. Again, I'll go
Because
again
that
here.
is
I
for the
make
default.
yes. Sum is the default one. If I make any changes, that is going to reflect in the new sheet. In the new sheet, if I'll drag the sales, now I'll get the average. But in the all other sheets, it will be as the sum only. Why? Because it prevents you. See, since we are here taking a class, but let's imagine you are working on any project. You have created n number of seats here: 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 10 11 12. We are at the 12th seat here. So if the default properties or the aggregation that I have changed from sum to sales, if it is going to reflect on all other seats, let's say that I don't require average in dotted, I don't require in I require only stack and pie chart, I don't require in any other. So if this default setting which I change from sum to average, it is also going reflect on to my previous seat, then all other seats is going to make an impact, and it is going to showcase a wrong information. That is why if you change any default properties, it is going to be applicable from the new seat, not on the older one. If you need here also, you can always come down here and come down here down, and you can change from sum to average, median, count, count D, minimum, maximum, any of the aggregation that you want here. Okay, so due to this particular thing, you will get always your default properties as the sum or whatsoever you have placed here. So in the default properties, whatsoever you have selected, you will get that only as here. Okay. Now we'll move on different two things: discrete, continuous. Before looking into line chart, we need to understand this first: discrete and continuous. Okay, so what is discrete and what is continuous? So see first the continuous. Continuous is something that maintains continuity. Okay, there is no break or any disturbance in the between. So if you are making any continuity into your flow, that represents your continuous values. Basically there are two different variables in this. You might have studied in 12th or any of your graduation. I mean, domain doesn't matter, science or engineering or commerce. There are one math in where you study this stacks. So in that particular chapter there will be your continuous and discrete variables. Okay, so into that particular variables you have discrete and continuous. So discrete means it's a it represents your counts. Okay, in that there will be some division. It will not maintain your continuity, but the continuous variable, it will represent your measurable volumes like water, like weight. Okay, so these are your measurable values will be your quantity, sorry, continuous values, and which you can't measure, it represents your counts, that will be your discrete values. So we'll see here practically also. Mm, okay, so let's if your customer has asked you, give me yearly sales. Okay, they have asked you yearly sales. So we'll search for all. If you go in show me, if you click on this line, see what is it, one date type, zero dimension, at least one measure. This is continuous and this is the discrete. You can see here in the continuous and discrete, in the discrete there is a line in the in middle, in discrete there is no line. So continuity will flow from one point to another point, discrete will break in one point. Okay, so we'll take this one particular date field because date field is required to create any line chart. Okay, so now they want yearly sales. So there are years now, 20, 21, 22, 23. And if I take these sales and put it on rows, I'll get these figures. So now when I'm hovering here, if you want, don't want, if you want to showcase your labels, so once here. So in 2020, we have this much and it is growing. Okay, so this is my yearly sales. If I want, if customer is asking that for each year I want to see quarters or month, so what do I have to do? I just want click on this label. See, so now for this particular years we have different quarters. So this is Q4 of 20 and this is Q1 of 20. These two units are not joined, these two nodes are separated. So this is my discrete. Okay, again if you want to move it to month, you can always month, come down to month or day. The point to make you understand means for it will get divide. Okay, for each region here, or you want, if you change the position, it will give you for each quarter different years. In a way that customer is asking you, you can always change the representation or position of your values. But here currently see, it's a line chart and it shows you different years, sorry, different quarters for the particular year. Okay, so this is your discrete. But in the same chart, if I create this one, sorry, this is my discrete. Okay, it is showing me different visualization, different points here. But if I use continuous for the same chart, these two nodes will are joined. I'll make it a duplicate here, name it as a continuous. I'll take help of show me. This is my discrete because separated one, this is my continuous. See, I place both one above another so that you can see. See, this 18, 23, 249 and 70, they both are separated here. Here it is joined from one end to another end. Even this is even showing the same thing. This is your discrete chart, this is your continuous chart. In the continuous chart, one end and other end will be your joint. There is no any break point. But in the discrete chart, you'll have your break point in terms of your different years or different quarters or different other segments. So this is your discrete and this is your continuous here. Just see the different chart here. In when you are into discrete, your dimension, there is the dimension and there is the your measure. These are your blue colors and these are your green colors. When you are into continuous, your dimension will also act as a measure. They both are green, they are not in the colors in the blue. Okay, so to change that you have to come down here and change into Currently it is discrete, you can make it as a continuous. If you are not taking help of Somi, then you have to do by similar. So currently it is discrete, you can come to continuous. Now it is your year, and you when you want to showcase it as a quarterly, you can show it as a quarterly. If you want to showcase as a monthly, you can showcase monthly. In any way it is shown as from one point to another point. So this is your continuous one. Okay, and if it is a discrete, it will be your break one. Okay, it's a monthly showing daily, so for each day for entire month. Understood?
Hello, hello.
uh
Sir, I have a doubt. Uh, like when we are using the dimension and the the measures on the rows and column, we are getting figures like graphs. But
mhm.
what is the use for the like when we use measures on marks, like to count, and what would be the use case for that
Measures on what?
on marks? Like when we use it to count and you sort like the average. So
Measures
what
on
is
count
the
here.
yeah yeah? So what's the use of this? For?
See, marks plays a different role for the different things. If you are placing some anything on your text, it will give you here figure here. Let's say you drag from something from dimension also, it will give you here values. If you'll put something on your tooltip, it will give you whenever you hover something. If you put something on your rows and column, it will give you visualization. See,
Yes.
I have placed quantity in my columns. It is giving me 38,654. Since it is on row, it is giving me top to by left, top, bottom. If I place it on column, it will give again same 38,000. But now visualization has been created from top and down. But if I place it on the labels, it will not create any visualization. It will just give me a figure. So the visualization will only be created if you are into these rows and columns. If you'll put it onto color, see, it will be you give you rectangular box. So there is nothing to create, so that's why it is blank here. But again, if
So
you'll
in
put this category into rows, you'll get some figures here, because
okay.
all your measures will be dependent on your this dimension. You drag it this measure onto text, it is giving you 23 lakhs 26,534, but this is total sales. But what, which total sales of what? It is of category, of region, of segment, of customer name. All your measures is dependent on the dimension for its existence. So if there is no dimension, it is just a aggregate values. So this quantity is of what? Is it customer name? It is of category? Is it product name? It is subcategory? That depends on which dimension you place over your sheet.
Okay, sir. Clear.
Okay.
Yeah, thank
Okay, so we'll again see this discrete chart. So you drag it any your date column, you drag it any of your this sales. This is your discrete chart. Okay, so if I make it here, come down here, discrete. If I make it here continuous, it flows. If I make it discrete here, if I make it quarter, see this point, they are not joined here. But if I make it as a continuous, they pointed join. If I show labels, see here also, while showing labels, you can show some beautification or formatting. Currently, it is showing all your points as a label here. But if what if you don't want to show all this point? So you can come down to this path. Okay, come down to this labels, and currently marks to label here. See all. If you select min max, so it will show you only the maximum value and lowest value. If you select this line ends, so whenever the line ends, this line and this line, it will show you only that value. If you see this most recent, So which is the most recent? This one. Okay. If you select it highlighted, so whatsoever, if you click or highlight it, it will show you that particular region. If you select here selected, so wherever you click, it will show you. If you make it min max, it will show you only min and max. So based on your other functionalities, you can always showcase here. Also, if you don't like this particular line, you can always go into path and change this to like this or like this. So if you're making a line chart, either we'll go by this or this. It doesn't make some good visualization here, so we avoid this. But in general, you can create, select this step one or this linear. So we'll go always in a line, we'll make it as a linear. Okay. So see, if customer has asked you, show me quarterly sales, your work is done. But what if they ask you, okay, divide this quarterly sales in for the different regions or category. So this region, you have to drag it onto region color. So now you have a different, four different lines for each regions. So this is your for which central east. This is for your central. This is for your south. Yesterday, I have told you that these legends also worked as a filter. So if you click on central, you will see only central lines. If you click on east, you will see only east. South, then west. If they have asked you, okay, give me category, so you can drag it, always drag category or segment. And yesterday, I have told you that what if they want to see segment and category both. So the moment you drag your category, segment will go on. And the moment you will drag your segment, category will go on. So how to include that both? So in that scenario, you have to take it the category first and put it into detail. So by making so, you can create both. So now if you'll hover here, you will see this technology and consumer both. Okay. If you want to colors also make impact, so you can change to color. So now color will also be a similar kind of. All this blue, see, all this blue belongs to your consumer. All this orange belong to your corporate. All this green belongs to your home office. If you don't want color same, you just want two lines, then you can always put it into detail one. So in the marks, there are color, there are detail, there are labels, there are tooltip, there are different things that you can always put in here based on your customer requirement. So this is your quarterly continuous sales, okay, for the different segments. So this is your line continuous and this is my discrete. See below we have a area chart. Area chart and line chart, it doesn't make a difference. It both are same only. Okay, it's just that in the line chart there are line to show trends, and in the area that space will be filled with some colors, and that will be your area chart. See, this is your line and this is your continuous. It doesn't make any difference. Okay, so line chart and area chart. If you are going to build a area continuous chart or discrete chart, just you have to come down to your mark and select here area. This is your continuous line chart and this is your area chart. Similar go, you can create this also. Just like this is order, this is my profit. Okay, this is line. I want to create a area chart. This is my area. I want to see for different regions. Okay, I want to show is for the different quarters. Okay, so based on your customer requirement or your what your type of visualization that you want to build in, okay, Tableau will helps you to create any visualization. Till now we have seen a lot of different visualization, and I don't think that each any of this visualization is very hard to learn, because most of the things we have done it with the help of Somi or drag and drop functionalities. So to enter in this particular domain, either you are students or you are working professional, This particular domain will helps you a lot. And marks my word, means it's generating competition in my own domain, but that is different. But this domain is really exciting here in India. There are different means there are persons. There are n number of persons. There are fake profiles. There are everything. But the skilled, really skilled persons who are actually good at working, they are less. Because recently we were in making an interview for our own position in my own team, so we had to interview for 2 months to get a good profile. So I'll not my session may get included in 1 week, 2 week, or 3 week. But if you want to make a really career over here, or you want to mastery here, you you need to do a practice daily basis. Invest 30 minutes or 1 hour every. And to showcase in an interview, always you can build a portfolio that you can do here. Public. Yesterday I told you Tableau Public is a online free here. Okay. So what you can do, you can download this Tableau Public here. Okay. Here, create, download, edition here, and you can sign in also here. I'll show you here. So if you'll
It's only for 15 days, right?
desktop is 15 days. If you're going for Tableau Desktop, the tool that I'm
Mhm.
using here, it's an enterprise
Okay.
tool. Okay, this is
Okay.
for 14 days, not 15 days. Tableau
Okay.
Desktop, Professional Edition. I'm using Tableau Desktop. It is an enterprise tool. It's a paid version. So it poses each and every functionalities, all functionalities. But if you'll go with the Tableau Public, it's a free one. So if you'll down use, if you are into just for learning purpose or anything, no, uh, because always Tableau Desktop is a free, no, not a free, it's a paid one. So it comes with a 14 days of trial, and then you have to purchase a license. And one license cost around $69. And they will bill it annually, and also taxes are there. But yesterday also I have told you Tableau also provide free license to the students. So any
It
of
doesn't
your
make much
family,
difference, right? It
pardon?
doesn't make much difference between the like if I'm going to learn, I can go with the public one. There won't be much different
Yeah,
for
but
me at least.
functionalities may differ. Functionalities may differ always because uh, if there are every functionalities are same, then why I'm paying so
Obviously,
much of
that is
cost?
true. Yeah, that is true. But as I'm a beginner, so it won't make much difference for me at least.
Yes, yes. For beginner doesn't make difference. But if see, you'll see here n number of connectors here. So you will not find these n number of connectors there, but you will find some connectors there. You'll find you will not find all these functionalities there, but yeah, you'll find some functionalities by which you can at least create visualization and showcase.
Do we have like in public? Do we have connector with the SQL server?
Yeah. Okay.
And
So
the student and the teacher version, is it more closer to the Tableau desktop version?
yes, they'll provide you license of
Because
Tableau Desktop.
right, so it's just like Tableau desktop, but provided for free for the student and the educator, right?
No, no, no. It means they are distributing that license to the student or teachers, but you'll get this full-fledged Tableau Desktop, each and everything, which
Exactly,
you are
exactly. This
seeing
is
in
what
my
I meant. Right.
pardon.
Great. Yeah, yeah. Understood. Thank you.
Okay. So whosoever not yesterday, I'll again repeat that Tableau provide student license or teacher's license both. So if you are active student or teacher in any organization in any part of the globe, it doesn't matter. Your friend should be in India only. Someone is in Uganda or Canada or US or Europe, anywhere you can always ask their ID card and email ID. Email ID will also if not ID card, then sorry, email ID, then ID card will also work. just ID card front and back. They should be active student or active teacher. So once you will upload these details onto that particular link, you will get 1 year free license to Tableau desktop and prep both. And let's say this is the key that I have got on my email. So let's say I have a friend called Ram. So I and Ram both can use this particular key. Means this key is shareable into two different machine. So if I generate one key, I can use it with two people. Okay. So 1 year license for the two people in one key. So this is my line continuous. This is my area continuous.
How many days
Okay.
it takes to get all the approvals if I'm going
License,
for this? Yeah, if I'm going for this student one,
5 minutes. You'll upload the document and you just wait for 5 minutes. In 5 minutes, you will receive email on your inbox if everything goes well.
and we can get the desktop version itself.
You can just you need to download desktop version
Got it. Yeah. Thank you.
and once you're able,
Sir, is there,
all
sir, is
pardon.
there any certification in Tableau?
Yes, two different
Uh,
certification are there. If you attend my whole this session, then you will be able to. I'll cover the certification. I'll cover the course for two different certification here. See, initially we have this certification Tableau desktop. When I started my career, there were different certification. Recently, they have launched this different certification. Currently, this is the very simplest one is Tableau desktop specialist level associate. If you'll see this certification that comes with the $100 and there will be some taxes around $18. So in total, there will be a $118. Okay. So if you'll see this uh, cover or syllabus. Okay, so these are the columns that we connected to data. No, this is the desktop one fundamentals: sorting, create, visualize, and different chart, basic calculation, quick table calculation. So these are the here, and there will be some free trainings also going on, just like here desktop fundamentals. So if you means obviously they charge huge for this training, but uh, means the cost of certification is $100 and if you'll take the training it will be 1200 USD. Okay, so
So can we
there are
directly
some,
go for the certification without the training, without this training? It's possible or not?
my friend, at least somewhere you, yeah, if you learn from my by by our session or by YouTube or any book anything, you can always go to direct this certification course. What I was saying you, see, this Tableau desktop certification, it comes with the $100, data analyst around $250, and so on with this. But the best part, I'll suggest you start with desktop specialist. First, two reason: as a fresher or as making a career transition, Tableau desktop certification covers the less syllabus compared to this desktop analyst. But in a sorry data analyst, but in a data analyst, the certification will last for 3 years, and desktop specialist certification will last you lifetime. There is no expiry date of this particular certification, but these all are, they have a expiry date. And also the syllabus is less, so always this is $100 and this is $250. So anything went wrong, you can, this is less compared to this. So in this price you can create put this give this exam 2 times and this is only once. So just I'll tell you, just attend few sessions here what I'm covering here, practice well, and if you want you can sit with this desktop specialist, and if you thoroughly read and put each and every points, that exam won't be hard to understand to take the exam. Okay,
Sir, in your view, what should we do? Certification or improve our skills on daily basis? Uh,
Can you repeat once?
in your view, sir, means we should go for certification or improving our skills.
The skills always plays a matter because daily basis when we start in taking a candidate in our team, we interviewed a lot. Certification plays a role, but as we also know, means sometime we go for a 3 round or 4 round of interview, minimum 3 rounds of interview. So in that, if they doesn't clarifies on the theoretical part or technical part or practical part, so we, despite of certification also, we don't take that particular candidate. So if your skills are good, certification, if you don't have certification in that part also, you can always get a job. But if you are planning for outside of India, then always you can take a put your certification, because if you are putting outside, they prefer more certification. Uh, so if you are planning to make a job or transition outside of India, then you can grab this certification and skills and both. But if you are making planning to stay couple of years here only, India only, then you can, instead of certification, you can focus more on your skill part. Once your skill part is done, you can always go for one certification that I told you. You can go for this specialist, and because that is a lifetime, it doesn't require any it, it has no any expiry date. So you can go with this certification. So with this, you'll have one certification that has no any expiry date, and you'll have your skill sets also.
Okay, sir.
Okay. Any other question, guys?
I have one question. The classes will be only on weekends, right?
Yes, because I am a
Okay.
working
Right,
professional.
right.
I'm just doing that some time. So
Yeah. Okay. The
Saturday,
same
Sunday,
timing will be
same,
the same, right?
same, yeah, same. Next week also, Saturday and Sunday, you can join on 9 a.m. to 11 a.m. 2 hours.
The link and the link will be
Will
same
be
or
same.
like
Link will be same.
okay.
Yeah,
Yeah. Thank you so much.
yeah.
Sir, next week will be creation of dashboards, sir.
Yes, yes. At the end, we'll do everything.
Actually,
Once we'll
you have
cover it.
covered the week 3 syllabus also today. That
Pardon? Can you repeat once?
you have covered the week 3 syllabus also today only, no, sir.
I have covered today only.
Tree map.
Okay, okay. It
So next
it's not
week
my fault,
get
guys.
dash.
You guys didn't ask any questions. So if you'll not ask any questions, no. So I'll go on completing my points. So if you want to make it slow, you need to ask more questions.
Okay, sir.
Can you send your LinkedIn ID in the chat?
Okay, cool. Guys, I pasted it. Mm, yeah, I was saying of that public, no. Let me complete that once.
Sir, which one is good, Power BI or Tableau?
See, I'll say if you are a student or if you are making a transition from different career to this BI domain. So I'll suggest first Tableau. Why? Because see, in a Power BI, see, Tableau and Power BI, if you make a compare, no, there are different things. Always, Tableau is in market from the last 2 decades, 21 years. It is into existence last 8 to 9 years. See, they have, it's a factor that Power BI had compete to, is making a good competition to Tableau. It is the same way Geo came into Indian market. It is providing free license. Desktop, they have also desktop version, they have also server version, but they are providing a free license. See, for this particular class also, I have to purchase this 365 version for this recording or anything. So in each and every our organization, we use Tableau, sorry, Windows license. We have a Windows, Office, each and everything. So Power BI also comes in this Windows ecosystem. So they provide this desktop version as a free one. But in a Tableau, they don't provide any free license. They have some cost. So this Tableau cost is 3 times higher than Power BI, even though it is justified in terms of quality of dashboard, in terms of the data handling, in terms of the features. It is justified. That's why there are large number of customers to them. But if you see the Power BI, there is some, it's also easier way to take. But the way you can easily learn Tableau, it is some, once you are being transition to the Tableau, you start making, even though you can go and learn Power BI, it is not hard that if you will start with Power BI, then you will not able to make a. But I'll find that since I have worked more than 10 years into this particular data science domain, so I have learned so many tools here, not just exactly Tableau. I have worked on Tableau, Power BI. Before that, I used to work in SAP, BO, ABAP, Python, big data, other things. So I have found that Tableau is a tool that you can easily learn in a very good manner. So once you are able to make a transition into this, learn first Tableau, and then you can go for other tool also.
Sir,
I was saying you, yeah.
sir, one
But
general doubt.
isn't one tool is sufficient or in its entirety? I mean, if it's a matter of just visualization and connecting certain sort of different data, and less or more,
Uh-huh.
if all the tools have the same functionalities, how does it makes a lot of sense to have hands-on with different tools, especially when
Hands up
the
with what?
work is confined around business analyst or up-to-date analyst thing?
No, no, my friend. There are different this what you called designation that we corporate provide. Okay, data analyst, data engineer, BA, BI developer, data visualizer,
Fine,
data architect, and so many. But
All right.
also we make it as a Tableau developer. See, if you are just a Tableau developer, okay, so you will just create a visualization. Someone in your team will be there. They will create your views on SQL or Oracle, any of your data. They'll give you views. You have to connect your data source and you have to start creating your visualization. Now, your works will depend on the team and the organization. If we'll see for the end-to-end life cycle,
Mhm.
okay, so what we do, first phase is to requirement. Okay, it will come here from any of your client, and then you have to work on your data, because this is the main thing that we need to, either it is built or we need to build. Means it is previously built or we need to build it. So once it is built or pre-built, okay, means data is there or yes. In any case, once it is yes, then we'll go for the second part, other part. Then we have to create, do some analysis. We have to answer the questions that customer has asked to us. Once everything is done, we create this dashboard or visualization, and then we test it. There are performance testing that is done to uh, give a good result to our dashboard, and then we publish it on the server, and then we create some access security so that authorized person can only view it, and then again we publish it first into dev, and then again we publish it after into prod. So this is the whole cycle. Now the part of job that you will do that depends on your team and your organization. If you are just plain developer and there are there are the people who are to create this visualization, then someone will create always give you this data engineers will give you data source query. You have to use that query and create a visualization and give that particular visualization to your testers. They will test that whole dashboard and they will publish on the server. But if you are working on a different organization, see, when I started my journey, when I was into third organization, I was part of cyber security team, and they gave me the designation as a security analyst. But I was doing their individual working as an individual contributor here. So I have to do these whole things. Now, if in your team, if there are Scrum masters, if there are BA, then this requirement things will be done by BA. As a BA, you need to understand this whole tool, Tableau, SQL, Python. Why? Because when you are talking to your client, if they'll tell you, okay, tomorrow, bring me a pigeon, but you can't make pigeon on your Tableau. So if you go and agree to your client, and tomorrow your developer will say, no, no, this is the requirement that you can't build in Tableau. How you have committed that? So that's why this BA need to understand these whole tools. It's not that we are creating these tools. They need to understand, because in some organization they also create that. That is different. That manager asks you to do anything, but it just they need to understand, because they before committing something to the client, they need to understand, okay, these are actually possible in tool or not. Data analytics means someone who do data analysis, whether in Python, whether in SQL, whether in R, do some data modeling, creating views, analysis, creating visualization. Data architect planning your data modeling, data schema planning, data this views creation. So based on your rules, there will be your functionalities and roles are different. But if you are just uh, always roles will differ from your organization to organization, but it's not just the tool that creating a visualization. We really makes a good impact here. The types of we answer different questions here, from normal visualization to the different visualization. So that is why you see these tools are so demanding in the market, and space pay rate is also so high in the market. It's not that I'm saying, okay, it's not here code, no code zone, you can come in and grab it. See, means to make a mastery on any visualization, to develop an interest, it will take time. It's not that attending just 2 hour session with me or from the YouTube, you will develop that interest. You have to develop that interest within you, and then only you can create some different quality of your dashboard. It's not randomly making this bar chart, or this is a part of job. Okay, but let's say if I give you some data, random data. See, we have some this random data here. So now you have to create this visualization. So create this visualization, you have to understand this simple bar chart here. Sorry, simple Excel sheets are there. So to understand this, you have to understand the correlation from this occupation, gender rank, gender, individual, and then only you can create some visualization or portray some story. So if you want to see the type of work that as a developer we do, you can always come to this Tableau public and see what persons make it here. uh, let's say 1 GB data. This is very common data set. I'll ask search it here. See, on this particular of data set, you'll find that on again that makeover Monday or Kaggle. So see this particular one data set, people has created different visualization here, median. So the type of story that you want to portray, that depends on you. See, it not that's only drag and dropping, it just visualizing. It's like a empty room. See, this is also the visualization someone has built here, and this is also visualization someone has built here with the same data set. But the type of information that it is coming from here and the type of information that it is coming here is farly different. The role or the domain that you are looking for, it's an empty room. You as a working as a designer, you have to visualize where you have to put down your chair, clothes, laptop, and give a beautiful story to your customer. Okay.
Yeah, thanks.
Okay, guys, thank you for this 2 days. Next week, we'll meet on the same time. Okay.
Thank you so much, sir.
Okay.
Yeah,
Thank you.
thank you.
Bye,
Thank you.
guys.
Bye bye.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir.